Isabella Butters and all the other folks joining us this morning. Welcome to FYI. For your information, it's the 21st day of November 4th. We're right on the cusp of Christmas. Good to see you, Isabella Butters, and all the other lovely, hard-working folks joining us this morning, like Siobhan McDonald. Good to see you on the live, Siobhan. Good to see you this morning. How are you folks doing out there? Great to see each and every one of you. Kwanamingo, we see you on the live on Facebook. Good to see you, Kwana and Debbie and Siobhan and Camille Cox, all of Region 6. Good to see Camille on the live as well. Folks, we're following a lot of things this morning. How is Nalini doing this morning? Good to see you there, Nalini, and all the other beautiful folks who are joining us this morning. Just incredible to see all of you folks out very early on the live this morning. Would rather be no other place than with you wonderful folks who are joining us across social media virtually. We're working smarter, good folks. We are not working harder, but good to have each and every one of you who are joining us from the live, folks. There's so many ways you can help us along. You can share the live, very, very important. Smash that emoji button as well. Welcome if you're now joining us. Welcome. Those of you who are now joining our broadcast, share the live. That's one way we can help others to get valid and credible information. Once you believe in not keeping everything to yourself, that is. And we don't want to assume that's how it is for everybody. We're not going to assume. Camille Cox, Kishan Sharma, Abidi Souza, as I said, great to have each and every one of you on the live with us. Great to have all of you wonderful folks on the live this morning. Good to see so many of you joining us, and we're just ensuring that we are shared to all the valid and credible places. Evelyn Whitaker is here with us as well, and Vanilla Garnett and Carol Rollins. Lyndon Gill is here too. Great to see you, Lyndon, and Roxanne and Sheena. Gloria Chester, how are you doing, Gloria? Gloria from Diamond, good to see you, Gloria. Ellen Collins is here as well, and John Jones. Good to see you, John Jones. Folks, you know, we often talk about this crime situation in our country. You know, it's so pervasive. It is so pervasive. It is so ubiquitous. Well, that's why the whole dictionary this morning, who vex? It is so ubiquitous. We got a lot to deal with. Saw some footage coming out of the Lucky Supermarket in South Rhymeville. And my God, there's crime on one side, and then you got these amateur Johnny-come-lately criminals on the other side. Look, if you're going to rob me, send a proper criminal. Debbie Collins, if you can come after me, vilify me properly. If you can come and rob me, send a proper criminal. Send a proper criminal. These two-bit, half-witted nincompoops we have these days masquerading themselves about the place. Huh? Like criminality gone to nothing now. I'm to the crime plan. Debbie and all the other beautiful folks joining us this morning. You know, they promised us a crime prevention plan. Well, I thief the woman mug again. I thief the woman mug again. I thief the lady mug again. What happened to the crime prevention plan that was promised by the People's Progressive Party Civic? What has ever happened to that? So many things we're following, folks. Welcome to FYI, wherever you're joining us from. So many things we're following in the morning papers today. You know, we're trying, struggling to keep abreast with all of it. So many things. As I said, we saw this robbery. Look, if you can rob us, please send some proper people. Send some proper people. Like robbery gone to nothing now. Like robbery gone to the dogs. Look what happened in South Rhymeville. Let's say Lucky Supermarket, John Jones, Donna Joseph, Yolanda Thomas. Good to see you there, Yolanda. Ariel Abrams. Ariel was up very early this morning. Who don't know? Who no. Ariel was up. Or Ariel was up very early this morning. Peddlethorne, Loretta Argyle. Look some of what happened in South Granville. You will see how criminality gone to nothing.
Can you check this? Check this. Just going to get out of the video. Get out of the video.
Yeah. Criminality gone to nothing. Look. If y'all gonna come wrong me funny, if you must come wrong as funny, at least do it properly. First thing, I want to slow this down. Edward Broom says law and order must be maintained. Endorse. And if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. John Jones, Lucky Supermarket, if it's an Aubrey Barker, I believe it is John Jones. I believe it is. Now, I want to slow this down for you. And I want to show you, it's a little legal training, eh? You look for the devil in the details. He's always there. So let's slow down this criminal activity we saw overnight for you folks. Now, you see the bandit enter the supermarket. You saw that, right? He enters the supermarket. And then he fires around. He means business. But look at this posture. Don Baines. Look at this posture. He fires the rungs, right? And he like he fighting the gunshot himself. You look away so. It's gonna get these counterfeit fraud criminals from these days. And imagine you got men of this kind of ilk, which is like no ilk, no silk at all. And the police force can't do nothing. The man fire wrong. You look. Like he fighting the shot. And then he's having some difficulty with the gun. And notice when he's trying to crank it, he fires a shot by mistake. You understand? He discharges it wrong by mistake. It's a good thing he didn't look up at the gun. You understand that? It's better get these counter criminals. We used to have some proper criminals. We still got a couple of them in government. Criminals. We got some good policemen. We got some fake ones too. Right? After he fires the first couple of shots, you look away. And then the gun like a jam. Something's wrong with the gun. He's trying to address that. Right? It's good he's looking up at the chamber. He fires off a shot by mistake. What kind of madness is this? This is the Wild Wild West. Marine to Chester Paul. You know, we used to have some proper criminals in this country. Oh, take a look back at that. Take a look back at it. It's madness. So watch him come in. The folks in the supermarket get scared. You can see them backing into the supermarket as they notice there's a gunman at the door. I don't know if he said freeze or maybe fired off a shot from the outside. You see this camper back? Watch. He discharges a round and backs out in the store. Watch when the gun. Watch. You see that? What kind of criminals we got out here this morning? This was last night, folks. South Ramville. What kind of criminals are these, man? Unless a word? Bushmaster, Rena Cummins, Pierre Lecoq, Kyle Bino. What kind of... Father of mercies. I hope the Ghana police force pick him up already. I hope so. Because watch, isn't he supposed to be robbing the supermarket and all the money falling on the ground? All folks, this country, never dull moment. Never, that's how you identify the down thugs. You got one thing to do. One thing, Debbie Collins, one thing. You can't even rob a supermarket properly. The cash register couldn't have millions. Must say $10,000. And let the 10 tree fall down. I hope the police force have got their man by now. I hope so. Because with this level of idiocy, I don't know. This level of idiocy. Folks, I'm telling you this, I just don't know where we're going. I don't know. I used to know. Rihanna Mingo, Bell Crawford. I used to know what's happening in this country. Lynn Fernandez, Neville Baggett. I used to know. I don't know now. When I look at for instance, the Barthica Town Council evicting the blind society. Right? Not the blind society, the disabled community, or rather the differently abled community. That might be a better way to put it. From a small space they occupied, given to them at the town council to do their work. Folks, everything in this life is not money. Donna Daly, John Jones, we can quickly learn about that. And that's why some of y'all have gone backfiring on y'all. That's why some of y'all guns backfiring. God don't like ugly. You can see he didn't even cut out to be a criminal. He was following somebody. Not even cut out to be a criminal. The Barthica Town Council put out the differently able community. Everything is their money. So I can see them hurrying to write a press statement to say, oh, they won't pay the rent. But somebody from the friends, family, and favorite team, they want a piece of space to make a bread. You can't make a bread with the differently able community. So I put them out. Put them out. Them are the things. From a space they were occupying at the Barthica Town Council. Put them out. We used to know what's going on. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore what's happening in this country. All I know, I got a lady mug this morning. I drink him a coffee. Drink him a little black tea. We used to know. For those of you now joining us, we talk about what's happening at the Barthica Town Council. I just don't know. I used to know, however. I used to know. Take a look at some of what went on there quite recently. Take a look.
I'm at the Barthica Town Council office, and I'm here with Mr. Godfrey McDonald, who is one of the members of the disabled community here in Barthica. So Mr. Godfrey McDonald is the chairperson of the disabled community, and he was asked to move from the town council space where they have been occupying for a while. If you guys can see, this is the space in which this disabled community here in Barthica would have been operating. The space was wider than this. So this is the space that the disabled community would have been occupying here at the town council building in First Avenue. So if you guys can see, this is a fresh wall that has been put up. So this wall separates the space in two now, right? So the town council is asking, and I'm saying the town council is asking because a letter was issued to the disabled community, that is to Mr. Godfrey, asking him to hand over the keys to this space. Mr. Godfrey McDonald is the chairperson of the disabled community, And the disabled community were operating in this space in the bottom flat of the Town Council building in First Avenue. You see the counters here to take away their stuff, right? So the town clerk would have made contact with Mr. Godfrey to tell him that he needs to vacate the space, and he has 15 minutes to vacate the space. This is on Saturday. She told him this. Let me just give you guys the other half of this space that the disabled community were occupying. So this is the other space that the disabled community were occupying. You see, Mr. Ward is working very hard. So he's helping Mr. Godfrey to take his furniture to somewhere because he has nowhere to take it actually, right? So he's being bullied out of this building as far as I'm concerned. You see the other part? So the wall is separating what they would have already invested in.
Since the council stepped in, we didn't want to just push us out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a letter saying we could remain there, but we have to share the building. After I objected, they decided that they don't want us here anymore. And every single day, the town clerk is in my face. She's calling my number at regular. Whenever she gets time, she calls, "You moving out your stuff? You moving out your stuff? When are you coming? If you don't come, we're going to put them outside." So I said, if you're born outside and anything damaged, I'll talk to my lawyer. You do what you have to do, and I do what I have to do, and it keeps going and going all the time. So these people, they have no love, they have no regard, they have respect for persons with disabilities. All they are doing is trashing, destroying the rights of persons with disabilities on Barthica. But more importantly, my organization, I don't know what is going on with these people, honestly. Day by day, they keep this thing over and over and over. But I just want to say one thing. This unkindness that Anthony Murray and Jemima Glasgow, or wherever title is, the unkindness they are showing us, may that unkindness return to them as early as possible.
Yeah, you heard him there. This unkindness, Miss Murray and Glasgow, that you're showing to the disabled community there in Barthica. Let's come back to them suddenly. You heard Big Uncle there. Neville, I saw you coming there about water woes in Maria. Let's come back to them quickly. Look, the good book says, the good that you do comes back to you in this life. It's not till you go to heaven. In this life. Camille Cox says, my God, when you think this install regime, friends, family, and favorites, they can't stoop any further, they just go and do that. Who's sharing the live this morning? That's Barthica. And I hope people have that kind of appreciation. Roxanne Garraway, Neville Sealer. To hear what he said, he is not talking politics, he's talking the truth. He's talking the truth. He says, look, under the last council, we got a little space to use here, to do our work, to meet, to network, to advance the cause of the differently abled in Barthica. But they're in the way. They're in the way now of friends, family, and favorites. Jason James, Fennel Innes, Maureen Chester Paul. This was going on in a beloved country, in little Dubai. So the differently able community ain't got a place this Tuesday morning, the 21st day of November, ain't got a place they can eat a bread to. Somebody see the space and say, oh, this could be a nice storefront here. I go, man, little boutique here, man. Get them out. Maybe somebody from the council self won this spot. You got 15 minutes to move. that could write in this country. That could write. The chairman of the group, Mr. McDonald, you heard him say, let this unkindness come back to them quick. Eric Williams said, they ain't got no mercy. That's what he says. Let it come back to them quick. This country in a free fall. It lacks leadership. It lacks leadership. And the absence of that is chaos and confusion. And that is why, Adoni Leander, there is so much angst and concern, tension as to what obtains with this border controversy. And what will be the status quo post December 3rd? Because the Grinch in Venezuela want to steal Christmas. Want to steal our Christmas. And when we see the retro, we gonna know what them boys want to do the selfie. Margot George, Camille Cox, when we see the retro, we gonna know how we fare. Mercy God, at this end, when we see the retro. Because we got some Grinches of our own. And to show you the poor leadership and the lack thereof. Again, this border thing didn't creep up on us. The saber rattling has been building like a crescendo. It's only here for them busy putting out the disabled community. They feed all the bread themselves. The rising tide in this country, not floating all boats. It's not floating all boats. So he now run out, swim out, hop out. So, don't believe everything you're hearing. We got a PR campaign which we can. When you're going to launch a PR campaign to counter some what we've been hearing out of Caracas? December 4th? When are you going to launch? It's a pack of waste. You got to pack them in barrels. You see? Or at that table, we saw them fetching out of the town council. Put them on that table, sail them out to Atlantic, let the sharks devour them. Good riddance. Good riddance. Let the shark devour them. The sharks. Sanjay Ford. So he now run out and say, oh, we got PR plan.
Only recently, we had the CDC conducting an exercise to bring disaster awareness to the population. But disaster in this context, because of this situation, was read to be an incoming disaster. But this was identifying areas for shelter in the event of a natural disaster, as we normally do. We have asked the CDC to go across all of Guyana to ensure that we build out an infrastructure to support our disaster management. But this is how things can be misinterpreted. I'll be engaging members of the media very soon on a strategy of educating our population, on a strategy of public awareness. On Monday, I want us to do this.
Over this issue. Apologies there. People blood pressure raising over this issue, but he says coming soon. December 4th, perhaps. Somewhere close to you, coming soon. We can do it soon. We can do it soon. Pierre Lecoq. Yetiv, soon. Grace Noel, soon. Debbie Collins, Neville, soon. Coming soon, he says. In those border communities and townships, people can't wait. And that's why we saw the churches coming together in Mordecai quite recently, praying for peace, for good sense to prevail, for intervention from the Almighty. I never factor out the Almighty. Never factor out the Almighty. Never. And I want to show you, Marcy Agard and Kyle, that this very short clip has resonated with Guyanese at home and abroad. This very short clip. We have a TikTok channel that goes by the same name, Credible Sources. We got a TikTok channel, and we've been posting about this Venezuela issue, just trying, like here, to keep people informed and up to date. As soon as we have a sliver of information, we put it out there. And we put up this video on our TikTok, in my Glenn voice, on our TikTok channel. And overnight, this video, let me give you an accurate count. This video here has already racked up 46,000 views. Right? 46,000 views. Already racked up 46,000 views on our TikTok channel. Right? You know the emoji button, you press the love. People have 2,800 people have clicked that emoji button. And it has been shared well over 300 times, I think. 46,000. It means that what is happening there, people, the anxiety is resonating with people. And people are identifying with what the church is doing there. Or the churches, rather. In the Maracay sub-region. I hope you all understand what's happening. People are waiting on hear from them. And what we see happening here is because this installed regime is so weak. We'll move past them and go into the higher power themselves. So, Father, we know if you don't come to our rescue, we lost. We lost in this place. It's them boys you can depend on, unless the Lord watch the city. The man upstairs, the man with the angle, unless he watch the city. Watchman watching in vain. That's what the good book told us. Folks, I was well on my way to become a pastor. I hope you recognize it. I was well on my way. And then one day on my own Damascus Road, the man lashed me up the horse. Lashed me up the horse. I said, Father, what would thou have me to do? He said, go. And in the byways and highways, talk with these Jacobats and trench crappos, the tadpoles, the cricketers, the Nakavakamites, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, the Hittites. You talk with them. I was on my own Damascus Road. Well on the way. Well on the way. Folks are not waiting on this installed regime because they know nothing is coming. Events are coming soon. We're on the cusp of December 3rd. And I think by now it's commonly accepted. Something will happen is what? Something will happen, but is what? And what will the response be? Jack, you know who they bat for? They know who all the anger and animosity and venom for is misguided, misdirected. Amen, Albert Smith. Albert Smith said, Pastor Sherrod, I was close. The Lord said, no, hold on. I got different flock for you. Right? I got Kevin, I got Neville, I got Sharon, I got Margaret. So the folks there, Mordecai, in Maracay. The folks there, they've gone past here for them. Waste time. We're going to higher power. Knowing full well, unless the Almighty watches the city, the watchman, you know, they say the wise of the government, the strict of the population. The more you look, less you see. People don't watch them. The people don't know they're foolish. Wise? Where? So the folks at Maracay gone to the higher power. Yeah. I can tell you got some old stalwarts in that bunch there singing. That's not do you want a revolution? Stop. Do you want a no, that's an old one. That's foundation they gone back to. You see when trouble come, you better you better get higher power to call on. And I talk about Jagdeo. You hear them saying I will sing of the mercy of Jagdeo? No, because they know it's pure foolishness. There are men like you and I. So old stalwarts gone back to that old hymn. I will sing of the goodness of the Lord forever. Of these Jacobats. Huh? When trouble comes, the handouts can't save you. You go run to Robeson. Huh? You will find Robeson on the table saying, Father, if thou be willing, I can stop serving the cup. I can stop serve it. That's what's happening in this country. Unfortunately, people need answers. Events are coming soon. We're on the drawing book. This thing has been building. You know, it has been building to crescendo. It has been building there. But never seen. Right? Every day, even the 85-inch TV there. But watch this right now. At State House, he the pork, the ham, everything. Pork, the ham, he this, he that, blowing up. But they ain't working. They're not working in the interest of Guyanese. And I'll show you how. See? Look what's happening in the market. And everyone came out yesterday, they said, we're doing the best we can. Nothing more can be done with these prices. Folks, you all hear about little 25,000 the other day that you're getting. When you carry the 25,000 to the market, them prices watching you and sucking the teeth. You all heard, I saw Odessa Primus took to social media, said she gone vegetarian now. She fasting. Right? She fasting. You know, there's a passage of scripture where the Apostle Paul says, I was compelled to fast. That's me every day now. You got to watch pumpkin and cut your eye. It's a fasting today. Right? Hunger Tech One. She's a vegetarian. I eat beef, I eat. You can't afford it. If a slice of pumpkin is $1,000, how much a pound of beef? Huh? Everything gone up. Well, now they're saying it's El Nino. You see? Like everything bad is Spanish. Everything bad is Spanish. Huh? Vesta Hari Rajkumar, like he watched the video too. But this is a she's allergic to pumpkin. She's allergic to this. She's allergic to that. Is that naturally allergic? Right? But if you price and the market price, you're not equilibrium. Thank you, Sharon. I just remember one thing. If your personal economy, your pocket, and not market economy, those prices not at equilibrium, you have problems. And right now, that's the case. So like, oh, that's I allergic now. Pumpkin gone. Can you pumpkin no more? Bora, What we used to fare in 2 nights is what Bora costs now. Right? What's what Bora costs now? And you all know the whole story. The old body fetching them prices the most. I give me life to the Lord. I said, Lord, what would thou have me to do? You know when you're young and taught. Is that the word T-A-U-T? You know? Supple. You now come out. You fetch a high price now. Jesus. You better hope El Nino take you. Because despite the fact that some of them Bora swizzled up, swizzly looking, is swizzly an actual word? I can never figure. Or is it purely Guyanese invention? Yeah? Some swizzly Bora. See them Bora pull in. But the price is high. Not so on North Road. You better go looking proper on North Road. You better go looking proper on North Road. Pierre Lecoq, Joyce Van Kooten, out front parts. Out front parts, them boys come back. Look, Joyce giving us the prices. Tomato, $800 pound, allergic. $800 pound, allergic. Plantain, celery, 3,000 a pound. Y'all see what happening out here? You see what these prices doing? You see what these prices doing? Y'all won't cause problems in this country now. That's how governments are removed overnight. Prices go up in the marketplace and it's problems. Now I can't even find myself here now. Prices go up in the marketplace and there's a lot of problems. Give me a quick sec. There's a lot of problems. Y'all see these prices of folks. We used to be somebody in this town, you know. We used to be somebody in this town. It's only now people taking nice and passy. We used to be somebody in this town. We used to be somebody's only now. All manner of people taking their rise and pass us, but we can stop it. We can stop it because we gotta beat back on the ground. Boots on the ground, and do what we gotta do, folks. Boots on the ground. To move forward. Boots on the ground to move forward. And tell them don't come around with funny. Just trying to get my ducks lined up in a row here. Tell them don't do it. So, like Odessa, I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to. Not taking everything lightly at all. Not taking anything lightly at all. You see? Us big people gotta stick together in this country, you know. Us big people in this country, we gotta stick together. Y'all see them prices out there? Huh? Not easy at all. Tomato, $800. Thanks, Joyce. A small pineapple is $800. $250 for pound of celery. What's happening in this country? I don't know. What's going on in our beautiful country? Some big prices in Little Dubai. Some big prices in Little Dubai. You see? Big prices. Folks. This country is not a real place. This country is not a real place at all. Right? It is not. It's a fake place. Thanks, Joyce, for those prices. Thank you so much. Folks, we got some other things we want to share with y'all. But I watching these prices here. Out front parts, we see you there. Yolanda, we see you as well. How the prices treating y'all? How the prices treating y'all? Abira, Jerry Welch. This is what we have become. Odessa is only a friend is doing something. You're live, Odessa. Believe it or not. Your audio is live. Odessa, we're talking about what's happening in the marketplace, and I heard you were on a live quite recently. How are you doing? The folks saying how Odessa had a live, and they said suddenly there's a lot of things you're allergic to. So I just called to check up to see how are you.
Adjusting my skin torn out. Everything is nothing I can't eat in the market. So I decided I was gonna go and buy some cabbage, but when I glanced over the cabbage price, Sharon, all my skin break out and I never touched the cabbage. I couldn't even smell it from my bean. That's a living high.
But Odessa, the last time I checked in with you, I see you making a lot of money. I see you went at a spot on a particular street. So he says nice time with you.
Right. No, it's not nice time. The thing is, it don't matter how much money you're making, it still come down back a little bit. Because you gotta go in the market and buy greens and spend a $30,000 to get little greens and little fruit. So we do it really. I just eat a lot. So right now I plan it, in addition to these allergies, to go on a diet.
So you're allergic.
I about to Google. No, I about to Google and see what nutrients I could get from grass, because the grass in the yard growing very fast. Yeah, Danny, and we could eat. Because we eat grass.
I frightened the kind of weeds that are in your yard.
By the time you're supposed to buy, no, Sharon, you buy the little rice, you think, by the time it's next morning, you get up, the rice ain't good no more. You know you're gonna fry up a little rice the next morning, and then you gotta still eat your rice. Which rice? You gotta put it in the fridge. You gotta freeze that, baby. So we gonna lose no situation.
I know that's
Sharon, you never tell me you can't, you know, got inappropriate things I just be saying, Mr. Duncan.
Odessa, you're gonna be freezing if the power will allow. If the power allows.
Right? Power is not allowing. The power is not allowing. I tell you, going to Google grass because I got Latin and neighbors don't got no grass in here. We got eat grass in this country. Grass and rice, grass by itself, shoe grass, big grass. That this is blows.
Grass.
The cherry tree growing, the cherry even. The cherry don't ripen fast enough for the cherry them because you can't go by the market. Right now I feel like allergic to markets.
Is everything affecting you? You are the age and stage.
Yes. That's why you're not choosing your food and decide the things.
So
they better find another $25. This is just your greens, you know. Don't fight up with no groceries and so. There's another story for another day. The greens, them, this thing is Mr. and Mistress Greens. You got Mr. Pumpkin, Mr. Cabbage, Mr. Also tomato. I don't see myself eating tomato anytime in the near future. Tomatoes are delicacy.
So I'm worried. I'm worried because we're pushing into the season. You know, a lot of cooking happens, a lot of eating. You know, Christmas here is about families, about food as well. I am worried about some of these kitchen tables looking like the Christmas tables and so on, the Christmas lunch, because if bora gone, cabbage gone, this gone, carrots gone, you know, celery gone, tomato gone, what is lunch looking like?
We gonna eat pepper pot, tea breakfast and dinner. Tea breakfast, and then when they carry up the meat there, you're gonna only eat pepper pot sauce. You're gonna eat the gravy there with the bread. Gravy and rice, gravy and bread. And right now they got the seasonings them that when you put it in the pot it tastes like the meat. So you put the chicken seasonings and you get a meat flavor. You understand? Because psychologically you want to tell yourself you could afford meat. It's a battle. It's a battle, sure. I come out here now like you stress me out, I know.
So you recommending, did they have a recommendation there for like the chicken cubes and so on? To flavor?
That is what I'm telling you. Those are the things you need in your life, Shara. Don't fight the person with chicken and so on. You need those things there in your life. If you, because right now if you plant a kitchen garden next year, you're going to eat. So you could plant your garden now because you could fast this year because it's only 2 months left back. You do intermittent fasting and you make it to next year. And then next year now your garden go ready. Because you got to get a kitchen garden. You need a kitchen garden. The next problem gonna be is when people start breaking into your kitchen garden. Because some people they want to plant but they want to eat. So it's like it's a problem for a problem for a problem, you understand me?
Yeah. I see Jean Bond is on the live with us. She said, I got 2 yard fowl I saving for pepper pot. Right? And I see what you're saying there with the robbery because those are becoming more prolific. We started our program this morning by showing a robbery that happened in South just last evening, like it's some 2 big robbers too. The man gun firing for heat, all kinds of things, So kitchen gardens could be under attack soon.
Right, that's what I'm telling you. It's getting progressively worse. But what we gonna do, Sherrod? What we gonna do? That's why you see I even study in Venezuela in this situation because I studied food and can't be thinking about 2 certain things at one time, Mr. Duncan. And I focus on the food and the kitchen garden. I plant some seeds there. I had some plants there in the yard. They're not ripe fast enough, sir. These things, I don't know what is going on. They're forcing you to move from organic to sprinkling some things in this thing. Like you're under the pressure here. Is what I'm telling you. I want to know how, because I like me, mango tree got a lot of leaves. If mango tree leaves shoe is a thing. You understand me? So you could put all the things through. Your mango leaves nice and thing, and you do it with little thing, and it's nice and good. I like the lady yard full now, they come in handy. Me and my neighbor gonna need to start the barter system because I got the greens, they got fowl, they could give me a fowl, I give them some greens, and we got to get by because we need to live in love and unity in this community here because somebody can get left behind, and this is not the way forward. And nobody's looking into these things. Every time somebody say we got aisle, I just get so upset. We got aisle, but we ain't got no groceries. We can't afford the things in the market. Now the people in the market talking about how expensive they buying the things them. So they the pressure to because they think you're selling. No, you got to be when you're selling out there, and nobody coming and buy them premium pumpkin. What do you think gonna happen? What gonna happen? The people think of ways. Now you family got to be eating the luxurious things them that you ain't getting sell in the market. So everybody is losing in this situation.
Pressure.
If you go to the market, pumpkin they're all over the place.
Pressure bus pipe. How are you coping though? With this referendum pending for December 2nd with the Venezuelans and West. How have you been coping, and what are your thoughts as we go forward? Before I let you go.
Sharon, I feel like you are after my life. I ain't able to lie. I don't know who exactly you're working with, but you all have a personal problem with me. You move from bad to worse in a discussion, Sharon. You and I do this conversation is not progressive. Huh?
It's a progression.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like anything about this whole situation. As a country, we have never been in this place where we've had to even think seriously about something like this. And I feel as though the state has failed and is failing in that regard in terms of disseminating information, in terms of maintaining calm and peace, because the government is saying very little. And with that, you know, Guyanese, somebody will come out and say, I hear somebody say pandemonium break out in the place. You don't even want people to be unsettled or unhinged at a time like this, because anything could happen, and we end up in panic, and it may very well be unnecessary, right? But at the end of the day, my position is keep the people informed. Let we know what's going on. When you hear people calling from interior locations and saying, oh, these people at the border, oh, this, oh, that, you don't know what to believe, you don't know what to do. People are afraid. People running around the place like headless chickens, and that is increasing as the days go by. Every time somebody calls you, oh, you hear about this? We got to stock up on food. We got to do this. We got to do that. People don't even know what they're supposed to do.
How much
Because
grass
when
you
you
gonna
don't buy
stack
all
up
this
on?
food and your gas done, you don't got the outside store. What we doing really?
How much grass you gonna stack up on?
Well, I got that stock and pile. And I already tell the children, I mean, it may sound inhumane, but it's also the dogs.
There's one Miss Lawrence joining us from YouTube. She says, you gotta guard the grass now, not a blade of grass.
Literally, because you need the grass feet.
Well, listen, thank you for answering my call
I'm
this
telling
morning.
you.
Right ahead.
You're welcome, Sharon. But I would just like to say that that I don't. Well, it's not that I don't feel, it's that I know that this is not a PPP problem. This is a national issue,
Correct.
and I feel as though as a nation we should come together to work and stop trying to win political points and score political points about this place. This is people's life we're talking about, brethren. This is people's livelihood we're talking about. You can't, they're playing thing and taking out pictures and posting and oh, we this, we that, we the other. The people are not where they're supposed to be. With certain things I understand for security purposes. I don't expect the president to say, we have this person here, we come in here, this is where we can stand up, this is where we shoot in. I don't expect to hear that. But at least say to the people what is going on. Oh, we have a plan where everything is going to be okay, everything is not going to be okay. This is what you should do in case of an emergency. I'm sure that Ukraine and thing, they couldn't see it coming. What are we going to do as a little girl growing up? Somebody make a threat to me? I take it serious. I don't care if they're capable or incapable. So you can't tell me that you're in a country where the president is going to say, oh, you know what? I don't think Venezuela is serious. Oh, you know that? What gives you, what allows you to say something like that? You're guided by what? Seems reckless to me, because today or tomorrow something does happen, which I hope to God it doesn't. You will be seen as being very irresponsible. And this is not finally being irresponsible. It will chalk up to us being irresponsible as a nation. National issues is the nation. And we got to do better than this. We got to do better than this. This could never be the way forward for us. All this money, you could imagine people talking about the billions and billions and billions of dollars that Guyana is making on a daily basis. And the people in the country got to be dealing with the Venezuela situation, your stress level high, your pressure high, you sit down with a tablet and sit down. Then you can't afford to eat, you can't afford to do this. Every single where there's stress. It is absolutely stressful in this place. Yeah. And I'm saying that we got to do better. I don't care how people get upset. I just got to laugh at tax tribunals and skin my teeth because they didn't kill you in this place.
Yeah. Coping mechanism.
I don't care how serious the situation get. Let me laugh and skin my teeth and have a file at time, Sherrod, because this is not easy.
Agreed. Thank you, Lester, for coming through in such very short notice. Thank you so much.
There was no notice, Sherrod. Have a good day. You just called me out to the
Surprise! Thanks, Lester. Thank you.
Uh,
Folks, the one and only Odessa Primus. You know, if you don't know Odessa, all right. All right. And so that's what we're talking about, folks. The prices out there. And then you got the Venezuelan threat on the border. And then you got carnage on our roadways, violence against women and girls. And this sister here was found naked in a clump of bushes in Bobis, several stab wounds to her body. Yep, carnage out there. What are the authorities doing? Huh? They've sent a strong signal. What are they doing? What are they doing? Well, we're entering into an interesting period. 16 days of hypocrisy locally. It's a fantastic international theme geared to bring in awareness to what's happening to our women and girls out there. Women like Danielle Charles. Men are demised in such a gruesome fashion. Multiple stab wounds. Body found, as I said, in West Coast Bobis. In the backlands of an area called Experiment Housing Scheme. Multiple stab wounds. 2 in custody. But we're entering into a fascinating period locally, as I said. 18 days of hypocrisy, because you can see all the photo ops, how we care about our women and girls, but what is being done to protect them? What is being done to protect them? Huh? You can hear a lot. Oh, we're planning to do this, like AFN's PR campaign and border defense and so on. Coming soon. You can hear the host of it. You can hear the host of it. Because this is the period that we're heading into. 16 days of activism to bring awareness to these issues. But what is actually really being done? That's a good question. That's a fantastic question. When you finish with that, violence against women and girls, what's happening on our roadways? Listen to what one letter writer said in the Ghana Times today. Despite the cries and pleas and advice from the president, the police, and all stakeholders throughout Ghana, recklessness is a daily feature that can be observed by the minute on the roads and streets by unconcerned users, be it drivers, riders, bicyclists, pedestrians, workers, maintenance crews. All these categories of persons, recklessness is a daily feature among them. No wonder this letter writer says there's a 71% increase in road fatalities, resulting in 151 deaths from 129 recorded accidents. Recklessness on our roadways. And all these issues in the morning papers. Violence against women and girls on the one hand, and as I said, you got the recklessness on the other side. The carnage that has become our roads and waterways. The sheer carnage. Those are some of the issues we face here. I saw in another, let me see if I can get it quickly. In the same publication, again, folks talking about this 16 days of activism that we're going to hear so much about. You're going to hear so much about it. 16 days of activism. I say 16 days of hypocrisy. Because if we care about women and girls, we would be doing so much more. We would be doing so much more to stem this tide of violence. So much more. That on the one hand, menace on our road. Menace. That's the one that the writer puts it today. And as we wrap up, folks, let's show you some of the other things we're following very quickly before we let you guys go. Very quickly, folks. In Suriname, they tell us there's a mine collapse. There's a mine collapse. Overnight, 10 dead. 10 dead. No doubt the Surinamese are going to want some action. And want to know why that happened. And how do we prevent it from happening? That's in Suriname overnight. Nice time. In St. Lucia, Prime Minister Pierre has announced some tax refunds for its citizens there in St. Lucia. Nice time, it's Christmas. Nice time for them boys. We got a couple dollars here. And it's not even everybody. It is not even everybody. So that's one of the things, one of the other things we're tracking, regionally good folks. One of the other things we're tracking, nice time in Lucia. Rest of us here, can't eat we dinner. Y'all know how we say it. Can't eat we dinner. Be careful, folks. As you go about your business, on the roadways out there, be careful. Be very careful. Please and thank you. Walk in the corner. Far up in the corner too. Far up in the corner. And we're going to let that be it for today. Watch for them boys too. As you go, folks, share the live. Smash that emoji button for us. Partner with us too. It keeps us going day after day, week after week, month after month. 3 years plus we out here, folks. Fortunately, we don't run the water. And we have to ask you guys to continue to support us as we continue to move forward. You're heading out there, you need a good justice of the peace. Commissioner votes. Traffic David, we want to make sure that you consult with the Alistair Collins firm. They're down there on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets, folks. Experts and all your documentation needs. Visit them today, folks. Give them a visit today for all your documentation needs. That's going to do it for us at this end. Take care, good folks. Debbie Collins, Marcy Agard, Sherlyn Juicy Tendre, Ingrid Austin, Karen and Charlene, and all the other folks who are joining us, Marilyn and Margot. Good to have you, Ingrid, on the live this morning. Thanks for joining us, folks, and making our program the special program it was. Sonia Masikov, we see you there as well, Sonia. Sending you some cyber hugs this morning. Joyce Van Kooten, we see you there as well. Margaret Nelson, we see you there as well. Margaret. Thanks for the ting. Margaret, thanks for the ting. We hope you're well. And Rio, too. Beatrice and Renella and Rhonda and all the other folks. The Narines there in Spartanburg and Sparkle City, South Carolina. Send you guys some love and some warmth too. I know it's cold as hell on that front. It's cold. Stay warm, folks. Tis the season. Yes, the season. Auntie Sandra, good to see you on the live too. And all the folks down there. You know where, Auntie Sandra. Down there with you, probably listening right now. Good morning to all of you very special ladies down there. Good morning to you guys, Albert and Edward and Lloyd and all the other folks joining us this morning. Have a fantastic day. Smash that emoji button before you go. Do that for us, folks. Smash that emoji button, folks. And share the live as well. Partner with us. That's good news for us on this side. Stay safe.